Guarantee yourself to get to 3 plates on the bench press. Do 50 clap push-ups.
Yo, what's going on? This is your favorite gymnastics coach back again, Coach Lawrence, here to help you guys out, learning some stuff. Today we're going to be scrolling through some YouTube shorts to see what kind of crazy stuff we can get into. See if there's some good information out there, what information is kind of crazy, what you should be listening to. So I got a couple lined up here that I thought would be pretty good. All right, let's take a look.
This is how you can guarantee yourself to get to 3 plates on the bench press. Do 50 clap push-ups. Every single night to blow up that bench press.
I don't know what this guy's talking about. It's kind of crazy.
25 sets of 2 if you're just learning the movement.
Crazy.
Build into doing 10 sets of 5, and then eventually you do 5 sets of 10. Maybe you do 2 sets of 20, followed by 1 set of 10. 50 clap push-ups every night will get your bench press, if you're a male, to 350 pounds. If you're a female, to 225 pounds.
Okay. Like, if you're going to do this, all right? Obviously, I've been doing this every night since I saw this short the first time, okay? But if you're going to do this, just know this is not going to get your bench press up to 350 pounds. That's insane. 350 pounds. If you're like, less than 225, like you weigh less than 225, you're going to bench 350. Yo, that's kind of crazy. It's possible, but not with this method, okay? So if you just go and do clapping push-ups every night and then expect your bench to be over 3 plates, you're crazy. But I'll tell you what this did. It did make me think about why, after doing the clapping push-ups for a few days, my bench actually went up. Like, I train a little bit of bench here and there, but like my bench went up like kind of considerably after doing some clapping push-ups. Now, obviously, it's going to plateau. It's not going to like just keep going. It's not like a miracle. But what I did notice is that it's coming off my chest faster than before, right? And it made me realize when I was training front lever, when I was training for all these pulling exercises, especially like front lever pull-ups, like these crazy powerful pulling exercises, I didn't plateau as quickly as when I was training planche, right? In fact, I rarely plateaued because I was not only doing strength sets in my pulling workouts, but I was also doing a lot of explosive work. And if you really consider it, a lot of explosive work, I'm going to be recruiting more fast twitch fibers, and my power is going to go up, and therefore those extremely powerful movements that feel kind of out of range, they're going to improve more steadily rather than plateau, because a lot of times your strength can go up, but if you didn't have the required power output to start the movement, you just kind of feel stuck. And so I've noticed that in my planche, I don't do any of my pushing work in an explosive, powerful way. And then I realized, okay, I need to add this into my workout. I'm doing tuck planche push-ups where I'm trying to explode out of the bottom. I'm doing clapping push-ups for warm-up and for cool-down. And then I'm also doing explosive handstand push-ups where I'm trying to build up to handstand clapping push-ups, because I've realized that while this isn't the main focus of my workouts are still meant to develop strength over time. It is a really nice bonus, and it's going to help me break through some of those planche plateaus, because my power is going to continue to increase with my strength level. So I did think that there is some takeaway from this video, as crazy as it sounded. All right, so start adding in some of those explosive pushing movements if you forgot about them, or if you're struggling with front lever, maybe add in some explosive pulling movements, and you'll notice that you might have a much more streamlined progress curve than before. So try that out, check that out, and yeah, let's get on to the next video.
Peace.
All right, now we're giving Austin Dunham a chance to teach us something. This guy gets a lot of flack in the calisthenics community, but, to be honest, the dude's pretty strong. He's good, and he's teaching us some beginner stuff today. Let's see what he has to say.
Those beginners should learn in calisthenics. These skills are going to help translate you to other greater skills, and also they are easy to learn. Number one, the handstand. The handstand is a beginner skill that anybody can learn with a few sessions a week, and it's going to help you develop.
Oh, that's a hot take right there. All right, I actually have a handstand tutorial on my YouTube channel that you guys should check out. It is not that easy of a skill to learn. You can see that he has not mastered his handstand. He's got a very closed shoulder position, heads in front. Now, it's a calisthenic handstand, so, it's definitely good enough. Everyone's probably going to be happy with this. But a few sessions a week, not everyone, not everybody. If you have a decent level of general strength, you're also going to need a decent level of coordination. So for a person who's, above average already at the gym, then maybe this is doable. But if you're average, below average, it's going to take you a little longer than this. Especially below average, it might take you a year, 2 years to learn a solid handstand, training it a few times a week. So just keep that in mind. For a guy like Austin, he kind of showed up like well above average. So maybe this is true for him.
Into further skills like the planche. Number 2.
Damn, handstand turned into planche like that? Okay.
2, the elbow lever. The elbow lever is a bent arm planche skill that anybody can learn with the right technical practice and basic pushing strength.
Elbow lever is not. Okay, elbow lever is not the business, bro. That's not the business. So you stick your elbows next to your side. Your lats are resting on top of your triceps. If you have decent sized lats, it's a resting position. So it's more for show. It's more just like a little kind of trick. This is not a bent arm planche. So if your elbows are being supported, like your lats are being supported on your elbows, that's an elbow lever. If your elbows are out to the side and you have some gap between your elbow and your lats, that's called a bent arm planche, which is the correct planche push-up position. So yeah, elbow lever, not the business. It did teach Austin Dunham how to do planche push-ups, so that's why he probably put it on this list as something you should probably be working on.
Number 3, the L-sit. The L-sit is a beginner straight arm skill that can be learned within a few months, and it's going to help with other things like the handstand and planche.
Great exercise, good for compression training, good for abs, good for elbow lockout, because some people lean back on their elbows to start getting into that V-sit position. Puts a lot of stress on the tricep. It's definitely a good exercise for beginners. They should definitely add this into your routines. And it's an easy one to add at the end of your workout as a kind of like ab exercise, not too taxing on the shoulders. Pretty good exercise, I would say.
And lastly, the skin the cat. Skin the cat will help your shoulder mobility, and it's going to help you learn the back lever once the time comes.
All right, skin the cat. That was an excellent exercise for beginners, so I'm glad he added that one to the list. The skin the cat is going to absolutely help with your shoulder mobility. It's going to reduce injury in the shoulder when training some of the more intermediate gymnastic elements or some of the more intermediate calisthenic elements. And so you're going to really want to add this into your program if you don't already have it in your program. It's not only going to help with shoulder mobility too, it's also going to help lengthen the bicep tendon. It's going to help condition the elbows up because there's going to be some pressure on the elbows. And it's just a really, really solid beginner exercise. And it does build strength too, because at first you're going to be really weak in that position. So highly agree with that. First two, I'd say, really mid contributions. And then the last two were really good. So there you go. Austin Dunham, he's 50-50 on the calisthenic front. Not bad. All right, next one. We got one of these number one mistake videos. We see these all the time. Let's see what the number one mistake is this time. No more engagement. Okay. All right. Out of everything we've seen, this might be the hottest take right here. Core, completely overrated in calisthenics and gymnastics. It's a little bit different when you're doing gymnastic elements that involve like moving from one position to another. This isn't necessarily strength-based. This is more technical. So if you see like a gymnast let go of a bar, do a flip, and then grab back onto a bar, that's going to require a lot of core engagement. Not really, it's not like a ton of core strength necessarily, but it's a lot of core engagement, right? But when you're doing like strength exercises, the core is extremely overrated. Like, yes, you need some core strength to hold your body in a straight line, but that's it. So I hear this a lot. Gymnasts will get this all the time. Hey, you must have a crazy core if you're able to do that skill or you're able to do that strength hold. And the answer is no. Okay, it's not a crazy core. It's almost always crazy shoulders, or maybe a crazy back, or maybe a crazy chest, but it's very, very rarely a crazy core. So core engagement, highly disagree with this point. You do want to practice flexing your abs. That's the number one priority, number one beginner mistake. Highly disagree. All right, so that's YouTube Shorts for you. That's 3 videos that we watched. All 3 of those videos, I tried to pick ones that would encompass what we usually see when we're watching. You're usually going to find videos with crazy claims that, realistically aren't really that true. You're going to see some videos with some decent advice, but also sprinkled in with some bad advice. And then you're going to see some videos that are just kind of like, you should be doing this right now. And it's like not really as nearly as important as they're making it seem. So that's kind of what you're going to get from it. So I'd highly recommend staying away from the YouTube Shorts for your fitness advice. You're going to be misled a lot of the times. And a lot of there's a decent amount of content out there that's like somewhat true. There's some points that they're making, but if you don't know what it is before you watch the video, you're going to be really confused. You're probably not going to make the right assumption afterwards. So I would just, back off from it. It's not really going to be that helpful. I hope that I turned these YouTube Shorts into some good nuggets of advice. Hopefully with the context, it made a little bit more sense, and you guys got some good things to take with you into your training programs. So get out there, start training. This is Coach Lawrence signing off. Peace.